Catching Fireflies, a podcast dedicated to the now moments.
That's right. It's all about the creative path we're on and the journeys that deserve our attention.
Join us in the moments where creativity unfolds. Well, as it unfolds, it's taking center stage right now. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Rudo.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Kia ora, Keith. We're looking good.
So lots to share, a lot of now moments to share with you, Rudo, since we last talked.
We've just trusted the process and left the project simmering while we life.
Yeah, and lifing is really good, and it's important to leave room for lifing and be able to come back to this creative platform which we've created for ourselves to express and share, because the good now moments are going to happen, and it is fun to stop and reflect on them as they pass by. This past weekend, as I took an idea to a tech startup weekend, and I did that the whole story.
Which is actually where we left the last episode.
Yeah, we did. And I shared the idea. I was sharing the idea. I have definitely changed the idea since then for a good reason. I was trying to describe the idea to a friend that following Sunday, and I described it, and they couldn't get the concept. Like, they didn't get the idea completely, like how it was a business or how it would be a viable business. And of course, these tech startup weekends, they want to see an idea that you can take from beginning to end and have a viable business that would generate income within 50 hours or whatever that they give you to work on it.
Sure.
And so I went away and I toiled quite a bit because I was trying to recreate something that was really connected to my values, that I felt that was coming right from the heart, which a lot of what I do, it's from the heart. It's from me.
Yeah.
And I have this part of me which is, I always say, like, half digital, half heart. Half coming from the heart, half I really like funky digital things and like to work on computers and make things happen. And so I ended up creating a whole bunch of other ideas for businesses that I could pitch ideas. So what I brought to Tech Weekend, the startup, was I brought an idea which I talked to you about in the past, which is this QR code idea to make it really easy for people to report issues that they're having in their workplace with their tech or with the copy machine or the leaky tap. And you just scan the QR code, fill out the form, and voila, everything's done. Now, I pitched the idea. I worked really hard to get a 1-minute pitch. The idea got selected. I went through all these emotions of, one, because 25 people pitched their ideas. My idea was up amongst 25 others, and people got 3 yellow dots to put on the pictures to choose which ideas they wanted to take forth or vote them up. And the ones that didn't get enough dots, they got pulled down pretty quickly. And so I made that cut. And then after that was over, I realized, I was like, okay, that's cool. That's an achievement. I'm happy with that. I can work on somebody else's idea now, if that's the universal choice. And then I realized that, like, other people were getting teams and I didn't have a team yet. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's what I'm here for. I should have been really focused on finding the team members. I was talking to people and connecting with people, but I wasn't finding. I had a few people say, oh, it's boring, and I'm looking for something a bit more exciting. And I'm like, okay, yeah, here's how it works. And I think it's technically viable. And I think if we pitch it, we could win. And we could definitely, it's a viable idea. Long story short, yeah, we developed a great little team of 4 other people, a developer, an engineer, a Sarah, and an Izzy. And Sarah is...
Didn't realize I was an architect.
Yes. Yeah, so I met some new people. Sarah she studied commerce. She became a florist. Now she's a coach helping people get unstuck and develop better habits. And Izzy, she has her own business over on the other side of the island here, where she does health and safety stuff, software for people. And yeah, it's just a brilliant crew. And I got to work with people on an idea. So I got to take an idea that was precious to me, that I've been holding on to for a long time, and share it in community. And that is a big growth thing for me. And yeah, in the end, we pitched and we won the grand prize, which was
to all of
super
you.
cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of emotions. And I met with the team this morning for the first time outside of a startup, and we agreed on a model called slicing pie. So it helps people.
Oh,
Yep. The slicing pie model of keeping just to see how we all invest in it, the idea. So
yeah.
everything's very fair and equitable. So,
Nice.
yeah. But
Wow.
yeah, the most important thing for me on that whole thing is that, like, some of the now moments that happened during it, and I'll tell you one, is I was in the bathroom, nervous as heck, about to go up and do this pitch. Like the pitches were starting, and I had to go to I'm like, I'm going to go to the toilet first. And I'm as nervous as heck. And I'm like, how am I going to do this? I actually haven't done this pitch yet. We hadn't done a run through because we were still working up on our slides right into the last minute. And I hadn't had a chance to actually run this whole thing through yet.
Oh, snap.
And so I just, I calmed myself down. And if you listen to previous episodes, you know that I've done a thing called the switch. And it's like basically neurolinguistic programming, helping you rewrite your thoughts and your things. And I said, okay, I could either do I could do nervous and like tired and all of those things I was feeling at the moment, or I could just do calm and confident. And I could just feel how confident and calm I was feeling. I thought, just step into that. And I just stepped in. And you know what the words came to me? The words came to me. I won when I walked in the door at the beginning of startup weekend. And yeah, I just kept on repeating that to myself the whole night before the pitch. After the pitch, I was pretty happy because I felt like we nailed it. It was like, I had the energy. The audience loved it. Everybody cheered. I thought, this is cool. Like, even if we don't win the grand prize, that was a win because we vibed with everybody and it was fun. So, anyways, that was one of the strong moments. And yeah, when I got up to say thank you, I was able to tell that everybody, like, hey, I felt like I won when I walked in the door. And I feel like that's the thing with these kind of things. When we show up to them, when we challenge ourselves, we win. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. What a fantastic
It
experience.
was pretty cool. Yeah, it was definitely highly recommend people challenging themselves. Like they asked me to be a coach for the weekend, and I thought to myself, "Is this challenging me?" And like I said that last episode. What scares me more? Attending? Yes. Bringing an idea? Yes. Yeah. Just keep on following that chain of what scares me more. Now what scares me more? We'll take a break from that for a second.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because now you're in. So now it's the drum.
The drum. Love it.
Maintaining your resiliency and your energy and your strength of that drum.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not feeling particularly scared about it, which is good. I'm feeling this rhythm of going, okay, approaching this with calm, holding it lightly, and making sure I prioritize fun. And everybody else in that little team that we're developing is also prioritizing that. And that's what we're doing right here now as well. It's like, how can we make this fun? And that's awesome. Let's do that. And everything else is flowing. Gosh,
Yeah.
everything's working.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
so tell me about your past 2 weeks, Rudo, or tell me about your now moments.
My now moments are the deepening into my own experiences of fear and growth, and something that I feel really passionate about that is a total natural progression of me being in front of a microphone, and that's really powerful speech making. I've always loved the idea of me being an orator and synthesizing my love for language and poetry and in terms of phrases, marrying that with being able to connect with a live audience. A few years ago, in the middle of a Te Reo Maori course, we were asked to do informal, just meanderings, just talk about a topic, just to loosen yourself up and get us into a state of really listening and also being comfortable to stand in front of people. Because half of the journey of learning Te Reo Maori is finding safety in the challenge, because like the way that Te Wananga Aotearoa, there is a purpose to what I'm doing here.
And I'm right here with you.
The way that they teach is great learning is only achieved when the students feel safe. And so that building of the muscle of, can I be vulnerable, can I be uncomfortable, but still feel safe? And so one of those activities that one of the teachers created for herself was just get up in front of us. Just talk about something you're passionate about. And it really just loosens you up to be nervy, but still trust us, trust the people in this room. And I noticed a very interesting thing that happened to me when I went in front of the stage. Classroom. All of the things that I have confidence in, my ability to speak, choose words, enchant in one form or another, and the passion of my beliefs and values that I want to share, solid. But when I would start to talk, I would leave my body. I would start to shake. I would black out. I was pretty confident that I was saying things and that I was being emotive and being evocative. And I'd ask people, like, how did I appear? And they'd be like, you were great. Oh my God, you were so comfortable up there. And I was like, in my head, I was like, really? Because I was straight up disembodied. And I was like, I'm going to play with that. I'm going to sit with that. What does that mean for me? And I've gone through so many versions of digesting and tackling that, like just the fear of who are you to speak your mind. And that's what all of my podcasts have really helped me sink into, like that tension between you have something to say, but who are you to think that it's that interesting?
Ooh.
There's like this tension within me about that. And also like the purpose of like, why do you even create? What's the point of all that if it's not even that interesting? There's all kinds of weird narratives going on in a very active brain like mine. And yet the desire to be heard, express is bigger than any of that.
Great. Thankfully. We are all thankful.
And it just felt like a really natural progression to get me into Toastmasters.
Yes. It's so exciting. That's so wild. What a wild trip you and I are on, eh?
Yeah.
I think that's perfect. Toastmasters.
So I checked out a spot.
Yes, you found it. Did you find a crew?
I found a crew. They're really diverse, really interesting.
Cool.
I felt really safe and comfortable there, but also, God, look at all these feelings that are right in front of me. So I would come home and feel like, I really went through some stuff.
Yes.
But you feel so safe because it's structured.
It's very magically structured.
My thing.
How many times have you gone now?
I went once to check it
Yes.
out. And then I went again knowing that I was joining. And so next week will be my onboarding one.
Very exciting. And able to...
And both times I've done tabletop.
I was going to say, did you get in table topics? Yeah. Where you get to
Both
do a bit of
times.
improv, a bit of getting up there.
And it was very fun because the really seasoned people, there's some people that have been there for 30 plus years, and there are some people who have just joined. And the people that are really seasoned were like, oh, this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
They understand the spice of life. They know you've got the magic. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
But actually, you know what made me choose this one?
What's that?
You're gonna love the story.
Tell me.
I made Bjorn cry when I told him.
Okay, I'm going to prepare. There's no tissues here, but okay.
So the first day I get there, there's somebody. One thing that I thought was really interesting about this Toastmasters is that the first option.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one guy in Nelson.
Yeah.
And he was like doing things. He was timer for this time. Another time he was speech eval. So there's a hybrid energy there, which I was like, wow, I didn't even know you could do that. But then there was one other person that was tuning in as just like a Toastmaster. And I couldn't see her face because she had a mask on. I was like, oh, this is fascinating. Why does she have a mask on and she's tuning in? And what I didn't realize is that she was in the other room.
Okay.
And she was just judging whether or not she felt comfortable because she has a cold and she didn't want to. But she was gesticulating online when I went up for my introduction. And then at the refreshment, like break, she came up to me and was like, Rudo. And I was like, hey.
Still with mask on? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Mask off.
off. And so she was far away, but she was like, and I was like, why am I supposed to know you? And she's like, hi, it's Angel. I work at Southern Cross. I go to every single one of your meditations.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I was like, oh, of all the places, what? And she was like, you're going to do this? I've been to every single one of your meditations. And when I told that bit to Bjorn, he started, he like welled up and he was like, wow. And I was like, why, what? And he was like, I'm just so happy for you.
Aww.
And it took me a while to like unpeel that wrapper, what he meant by that. But it was
Yes.
just that you're making ripples and impacts,
Absolutely.
Rudo. This person is telling you that you matter to them. What you give to the world matters to them.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, like I don't even, it doesn't register for me. I'm just going.
Yeah, but you're going so well, and that's so beautiful. Like I could just, I don't know, I just you've taken me there in that moment, and I just love seeing that interaction and this person again, yeah, sharing the excitement of I am connected to you. I have listened to your voice. I acknowledge your voice. I hear your voice. Your voice heals me from the inside out because my inner voice talks to your inner voice and it resonates healing vibes. It does that stuff. You got that, Rudo.
Yeah, it's I don't know why it takes a really long time to for that thought to connect to that
Mm,
part of me
mm,
because I'm just doing
I
it.
know.
And you just hope, but you don't you also I think it's the Frida Kahlo in me that's just like compliments and insults down the same drain. You're just doing you.
Yeah.
And don't let anyone like trump up your sense of purpose or your sense of value. That's just your job. But the kind of other side of that is if someone's telling you that you mean something to them, listen. And then when I made Bjorn explain why, I was like, why are
Yeah.
you tearing? Everyone knows me. What? And he's like, no. And when I really it landed, I was like, oh, I've helped her in some way.
Yeah.
I've meant something to her in some way. And then that made me go, shit, it's destiny. I just need, this is my place. This is where I should be a Toastmaster.
Very good.
It's a sign.
Job done. All answers answered.
And I was
All
like, Angel, we're
questions.
going to go on this journey together. And she was like, what are you talking about? You're so confident. And I was like, no, I'm not. I leave my body when I get in front of people. And she's like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, I'm here so that I can enjoy what it is that I'm doing
That's so
and
cool.
get better at it, obviously.
I'm so intrigued. I'm excited to listen to your journey and to be here with you through it because I can't wait to see how it helps you grow and yeah, how it changes things for you. Because I
I
know,
think it will be that thing. I chose my learning pathway, which is like the persuasive
yeah,
speaking
yeah,
one, because it's all about audience connection. And I was like, oh, that's the thing. If I'm out of my body, no matter how great the content is, you're not sensing and responding to the people in the room and then potentially shifting or feeding into that. You're not an active participant. You're just word vomiting.
yeah, yeah. It's really interesting. I went to Toastmasters to try to learn how to memorize a speech and give
Mm-hmm.
this speech verbatim and connected. Now, I didn't come away with achieving that goal. And that is one of the reasons I hit pause on it because I wasn't being able to focus on the work that needed to be done in that space to do what I felt like I was meant to be there to do. However, I have walked away from it going, actually, I'm really confident. And I've recently read a book about speaking around having the points to talk to. And this weekend, I had the slides to talk to, and we kept the slides really simple. But every one of them, I was ready to talk to, and I had the
Mm-hmm.
emotions and the excitement behind. And then I can just literally unleash myself. And that play on the audience and that energy and the vibes you're talking about, like that reaction and that, like when I was up there, depending on where the audience was, letting my words and my tone, and I was using this microphone, which made me really excited because it was my microphone, my PA system. So I'm like ready to listen to Keith Delmar on his microphone because we're here. And I actually know how to use this microphone. Not everybody knows how to use a microphone when I found out. But yeah, just playing with that gift that I've been given and going, okay, I've got a job here. And it felt very natural. And I felt like, okay, yeah, I'm happy with that level of speaking
Yeah.
right now. And I have some other
Yeah.
exciting things that in the speaking realm that I've been thinking about to be able to take it forward so that I can go to schools and speak about wellness and things like that, like how to do that for me And it's basically come down to just really settling into skills, very particular sets of psychological skills and
I
tricks.
have a particular set of
I don't have a
skills,
particular set of
skills that make me a
yes.
nightmare for people like you.
What I was trying not to say, Rudo, was that I'm developing this like collection of superpowers, like almost like superhero cards, where I've got these different superpowers, so that when I go and I can talk to young people or talk to anyone, I can pull out select superhero powers that we can discuss. Because the way my brain works is there is a lot up there going on, and there are all this whole deck of super cards. And so often I just take the cards and I put my finger in the middle and I go, brrrr, and I want to tell you every single superpower that I find amazing. That's not super effective. What is effective is going, what do we need today? The tarot cards of superpowers, and then pulling it out and then working the gifts that I've been given to share. So that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
Oh, Netta.
How's the play going?
The play is going good up here, but what I am honoring is I'm going to take some money that the universe has been sending me, which is so cool when the universe does the channeling of energy, which is cash energy. And I'm going to get some time away again. I'm going to lock in some time because it is for me about dedicated time to sit and write. So I'm going to be planning perhaps in August the round 2 of writing version number 2 of the play.
Gorgeous.
Where I'm just going to take 48 hours if I can and write again. And so I can come out because I feel like it's all up there now. It's coming. I've told you about the new kind of approach where there's almost at certain points in the play, there's like Zoom calls with the author and things. And I feel that there's a bit of fun and a bit of magic that I can play with there to really carry it along. And what did I learn the other day? Oh yeah, when we were doing these pitches for this startup weekend, at one point I was describing the problem not with words, but with a performance where I grabbed we didn't use this, but at one point I started the talk with a broken air conditioner. I had an air conditioner remote control and I'm like, I was playing a scene and it told the whole story within about 5 seconds that what it took me 10 seconds to actually describe, the 5-second scene showed. And so pulling those elements in to the play will be a real fun part. So yes, nice. Coming, still a part of my conversation, still a part of what I'm doing.
Is it safe to say that what you meant by taking the universe's gifting of the money, are you talking about the project that you want?
Yeah, no, like not that money. That money has to go to the business. No, I've just got a coaching client now and I've got like different, I feel like we're doing really good as a family, being really sensible. Marie's business is going really well. She's getting orders from cafes and online orders, and she's going and doing a course right now studying business locally with it's like a parent-apreneur course called, I think what is it called? Make It Work, it's called. Yeah, so it's for parents.
Nice.
And it's like helping parents make it work. And it's using a thing called the Lean Canvas, which is like a business page all on one page, super easy to work with. And yeah, I just feel this excitement and buzz around this year and next year for our family and for Marie, for myself, for our kids. This hum and living the dreams and values we have and talking to the kids. And like I was talking to both of them this morning, children, my beautiful children, about this client that I have that we're building basically an animation, a cartoon together, and getting the kids' input and getting their feedback and talking about emotional intelligence with the kids. And yeah, it's just like they can see that we're out doing things. Del Mar Natural Kitchen, Marie is making different products, different things, responding.
Mix.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
Usually this is my mug for the turmeric because I need it to be
nice and big.
I'm going to have a big, but I was like, you know what? Yellow teeth and yellow tongue, not so good for video
podcast.
Format.
Yeah, I tend to just, yeah. I wonder how I do at work because, yeah, I'm hitting it pretty hard. I've had to cut back because I just love the spice so much. But yeah, it's been good. So I'm just feeling, really good around that. And
I'm celebrating the buzzy there's like that sense of hopefulness that's always present in you. And then there's this kind of, on top of that, it is working. I see the virtuous cycle, the validation of all of these things in play. And that's its own layer to the ice cream cake.
Thank you. Yeah. I think it reminds me of the confidence tree, right? And I just came up with that. But the confidence
Okay.
tree is, for me, it's when I was a child and I'm climbing a tree and you get to that particular branch. And once
Oh,
you're
I
at that
got you.
branch, it's, I'm up
I'm good.
here.
I'm good.
I
I'll stay
feel
right
safe. Yeah, I
here.
stay right here. But then there's this feeling of safety that came over me where I'm like, oh, I'm actually feeling safe and that I had confidence and I take the next
Yeah.
step. And I've seen for a
Yeah.
long time, I've had these, actually, it's been a while since I've had a branch to climb up to. And it's not necessarily trying to reach some ethereal goal or anything. It's just this funny little thing that happens with me around confidence. First, I made $50,000. Then I got a raise and got 60,000. And I was like, I'm never going to make 50,000 a year again, because it's just then the next thing. And then just building on that. And that it's not, nothing's changed. I'm still the same person yesterday making 50 as I am that next day making 60. But something did change because that person's never going back to that again. So I'm exploring, like, what is this? And also having a heck of a lot of fun with it, going, okay, we win $10,000. Let's win 100. Let's go get it. Let's get some investors. Let's have some fun with
Mm.
this. And
Mm.
let's do some amazing good with the results, because it's very empowering to be able to, yeah, do the fun work that makes fun for me. Digital stuff fun, solving problems fun. But boy, what can we do with all the good stuff that comes out of it? Yeah.
Yeah. Living with purpose.
Well, spend more time with my kids. They're still young. I'm very excited about doing. And oh, very important. We've got maybe just a few minutes left. I don't know how long we've got left, but I went to work, had a Maori course, like a 1 day,
Oh.
with a guy who runs John C. His name is. You need to meet him. Go to one of his sessions. Totally need to go. IRA is his design business. You probably already know he designed Kiwi Bank's design. So
Okay.
he incorporates Maori design principles, or like Maori principles, into design. He's
Wouldn't it
amazing.
be Ira?
Ira, yeah, what did I say? Ira, Ira, yeah, Ira. If I actually use the vowels correctly, yes. Sorry, and I've actually written out the vowels, the Maori vowels, and they're by my bedside because I've been practicing them at night.
Oh.
Yes, my dyslexia, I'm going to blame it on that. Has very been a bit funky with that, but I'm working on it, and I've been re-inspired to learn te reo and to
Yeah, I learned a new
explore
song.
so much. Yeah, it was just an amazing day with this guy, describing the principles, learning about tikanga, learning about what's tapu, what's not, and
Noah.
noa. Yeah, like the mixing of the two, the
Mm-hmm.
triangle. It's just like such rich principles. And for me, I was just like, oh my gosh, I want the things that I do from now on to follow these principles. I want to bring this richness into business ideas. I want to bring this richness into the thing. It's just so darn rich. It
Mm.
tastes amazing. It just feels, and even, yeah, just learning about things about how, like, how raw food gets involved in certain aspects of tapu. No, not tapu. What's the sacred thing? So it's like
Tapu.
tapu. Okay. Yeah, and then the person that's sacred. How, there's another word for
Yeah.
that. Forget the
No,
name.
you got it.
But yeah, so a person can be tapu and they're eating raw food, and then when they eat the cooked food, they become the Noah. And anyways, Noah.
Interesting.
Anyways, we can take that off the call. There's this whole thing around principles around the food, the cooked and the uncooked food, but it goes down a big rabbit
Okay.
hole here, which we have to take offline. But there's just so much to dive into there, and I want to bring some of that richness into what I do and learn more about it. So there's a lesson happening here, some lessons,
I'm
excitement.
I'm inspired to say the thing that I love to say about learning about other cultures. There's like a people are always saying what's the difference between kind of cultural tourism or appropriation versus cultural exchange. And I'm like, true cultural exchange comes in the form of motivation. Why? Why are you learning? Why are you engaging? But it's also exchange. It's what are you giving back?
Beautiful.
Um, And it's the reverence and respect that comes with learning. I cannot stress that enough. And when I was doing one of my talks in my Te Reo course, I talked about I've been here for 10 years at the time. I had been here for 10 years and I hadn't been able to really truly grasp some of the vocabulary. Words were just going in one ear and out the other. I was like, why am I not retaining this? And my teacher, my kayako at the time, said, you can be ready for Te Reo Māori, Te Ao Māori, the world of Māori, but it also has to be ready for you. We've been watching. You have to be just as ready. We have to be just as ready. And to me, it really spoke to this kind of like animism of the world, that this world is sacred, my world is sacred. And when you combine the two, there is an exchange and it has to be balanced. Tika, it has to be correct. You have to come at it from such a place of respect and fairness. You don't just take, this isn't just a resource for you to take. What are you giving back?
Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Yeah. I feel like it started the conversation in my heart, is what I feel like going to this course that I went to did. That no other time I felt this exchange. And there was a few things leading up to that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, a few things that led up to that where I was questioning things and was, yeah. And it brought me home, definitely. And I'm feeling very excited. And
oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, there's exciting things.
It brought me home. I 100%.
Yeah.
100% know what you mean by that.
I love it.
Ugh.
Thank you, Rudo, for this time today.
Yeah. Oh, God, I love hanging out with you, my friend. And my goodness, what some life updates we have given ourselves via this vehicle, this container of a podcast episode.
That's right. It's fun.
I like that this is like our family album. One day we can watch this back.
This is definitely a history in action. That's for sure. Yeah. And next, yeah, I'm going to talk about next week sometime, or next time we chat. There's this thing that happens with, sometimes I hear from people like, where do you do it? Like, how do you do it? Why do you do it? What are you doing all those things for? Thinking, I'm just living, just having fun. Yeah. And there's all a time and a space. We are forgiving creatures. We allow ourselves space. We're not, we have to.
We're not a machine.
No.
We're not a production machine.
No.
Sticking to some kind of ROI. The ROI is our building of mutual presencing with each other.
Oh, yes. That's right. Have we done it? Have we done it today? Yes, we have.
Is your bank account full?
Oh, yes. Yes. My earthen pots have been filled. Yeah. That was like this morning in my meditation was this earthen pot, like taking the earth and forming this pot and going, oh yes, me and this earthen container, this vessel have so much in common. We're both made of earth. We're both open spaces ready to receive. And I was like, oh yes, I'm feeling like the potter right now for sure. So
anything that symbolizes you as earth, I'm sold.
Let's do it. I've got our outro here in my palm, Rudo.
Okay, me too.
As always, we thank you for this shared time together.
We'll be back soon to share more on how to savor the present and find joy in the unfolding process before you.
And as always, best of luck to whatever creative endeavors you're up to. And we'd love to hear about it and from you, so please reach out.
Yeah, we have an email, catchingfireflies@substack.com. You can comment on the episode, and if you really dig our vibe, share. We love you.
Love you. Take care.
Bye.